I might regret this. Let's try. I have 2 joyrides. Okay, well, that's fun. I am making a mess. Howdo! My name is Anna, and I am a lover of makeup, and I bet you are too. Today, I want to talk about the Natasha Denona Retro palette. I'm really excited to show you how I got this look and let you know my thoughts about it. So if you are interested in that, then stay tuned. So here she is. I really like this color story. I think it's so pretty. I'm not sure if I really get the retro theme with it. Natasha Denona had said this is a palette based on retro mod 60s makeup, and so I kind of looked that up and I found a lot of pictures of Twiggy and sort of that style. So I think I'll try to do something like that today. But yeah, I think it's a really pretty palette. I'm not sure that I get the whole retro thing with it. I think it's not quite what I would have expected, especially being that this is the mini retro. This actually looks more sort of 60s mod to me. So I'm not sure. I like it a lot. I just don't know that it fits the theme for me. Hold those up together. I don't see it. There are several different formulas within the palette, and I'll go through those as I swatch them, which, let's just start that now. Let's start the swatches, and I will, oh, and I saved this to do with y'all, because this is always so satisfying. So first, going into Glitz, which she describes as a duochrome cool baby pink with a champagne shift. Second shade, I'll do 3 at a time, is Andy, right here. And that one is a matte taupe lilac cream powder. And then Jude, metallic warm taupe. Ooh. Yeah, they're beautiful shades. Again, I can see the sort of retroness in these 3 shades. And now we'll go into Mod, which is described as a matte off-white with pink undertone. And then Vivian, which is a matte light pink nude cream powder. And then Groove shade is a matte medium dark warm maroon. You know, I think the swatches are looking less purple to me, which is giving me more of that retro vibe. So that's interesting. I'm gonna try to put Mod, do another swatch of Mod, see if I can build that be able to see it a little better. Yeah, there we go. Next shade is Opart, which is a matte dark taupe cream powder. And then Psychedelic, I really like this shade. I don't know if you can see there was different sparkle shimmers in it. I saw some even green tones in that. But that is a warm baby pink with multicolor sparks topper. Curious to see what that one looks like. And then Go Go is a matte medium warm rose cream powder. As I'm swatching this, I'm seeing more of the retro idea in the color story. In the pan, I thought things looked a little more purple, and this is looking much more sort of brown and neutral. And I can also actually see how it matches this better. I'll probably do swatches of this one alongside just to see if there's anything that's similar at all. Next shade is Patty, and that's described as a metallic medium nude rose copper. And then Swing is a metallic medium dark cool maroon, and then Nude Mauve is a matte medium light neutral nude. Yeah, this definitely doesn't read as purple in the swatches, and it's funny. I actually liked that it had some of the purple in it, but I'm curious to see how it translates on the eyes, because I was thinking it was gonna look really maroon, and this is looking more mauve and brown. That's interesting. Okay. Rebellion is a matte medium burgundy cream powder. Helio is a metallic taupe nude. And then Amara is a matte medium cool vintage rose wood. These are all swatching pretty nicely. The only one that I kind of had to do a double swipe of was the Mod color. All right, so that's all of the shades. Very pretty. Go kind of slowly here. See all of them. All right, now I want to do just some comparisons, see if any of these are similar at all. It didn't look like it at first glance, but at first glance, I was thinking this was a different color story. We have Galaxia Industrial and 60s. It's just called 60s. See, originally I was kind of hoping or thinking, I guess, that the bigger palette would have these sort of green hues to them, which I think is still sort of missing from this. I would think that the greens would have been a really good, kind of greenish grays would have been a good. But yeah, I'm not really seeing anything here. I mean, maybe it's got more coral to it, much more coral. Yeah, I don't think there's anything very similar. Like, this is probably the closest to these two, and it's not even, I don't think it's even in the same. These are just much more sort of almost like patina or something. Which, it's great that the shades aren't repeats. And then these last two shades are Vintage Taupe and Pixie. I don't see anything here. I mean, still, it's more coral again. I don't see anything even close. Maybe right here, the shade Vivienne. Oh, Vivienne. I thought it said Vivienne on the website. It's Vivienne, which makes more sense. Okay. Yeah. I don't really see any similarities there. Definitely all new shades. Not surprised by that, but yeah, I think the mini retro is much warmer. Much warmer. This is just that same shade twice, but it's a lot warmer in my opinion than, well, no, because of those cool grays. But the pinks are warmer. They're warmer pinks. They have more of a coral to them. I guess looking at that, it's a little bit more complimentary than maybe I thought. But I don't know. I don't know that they're so like matching that they would be called the same thing or be part of a set or anything. I'm gonna wash these off so I don't get them all over myself. And then we'll start an eye look. All right, so my face is primed. I mean, my eyelids are primed. I did use the ABH primer and I did set that. I'm gonna take this Rougher 3 and going into Rebellion, I'm gonna throw that above my natural crease and also go kind of far into my inner corner. And I have to say, this is not super deep, but it is pigmented and it is going on pretty smoothly. I'm gonna go into Amara here and see if maybe I can deepen that up just a little. Yeah, those two together seem to be giving me a little bit more of the color payoff that I want. Going into this color Go Go, I'm just gonna pick up a little bit because really all I'm trying to do is I'm gonna try to blend the top of this out. And then with another blending brush, going into shade Vivienne right here. Gonna go over the top of all of that, especially in the corner here and in this corner here. All right, and then with this Nakia Joy Cosmetics Angled Definer A13 with Mod, and put that right under my brow. Yeah, I'm gonna put a little shimmer over that. Let's do Psychedelic. Is that showing up? Yeah. And now with this same angled brush, go back into Rebellion, and I'm going to sort of connect that to my outer corner. I think that's okay. I think it worked out just fine. But look at that. All right. And then I'm gonna go into Amara on top of that again, because I felt like, maybe it's my imagination, but I felt like the combo sort of made it look a little deeper, which is what I want. And actually I'm gonna switch brushes. This Rougher 3 is gonna work better for me for this. You know what, I'm just gonna go into both of those shades at the same time. And maybe deepen up and define that line a little bit more. I'm going to take that same small blending brush, the Rougher 13. I'm not gonna put any more product on it, but this is, I used Go Go for this on the lid. I'm gonna use that just on the edges, just what's already on the brush, to diffuse it just a little bit on that side. All right, I'm gonna try to take this Nakia Joy Cosmetics F08 lip brush. This is usually what I use instead of a concealer brush because it's so tiny. And going into Glitz, going to fill in this area. Oop, that is falling on me. I packed that on pretty heavy. I don't think that was the shadow's fault. All right, I'm gonna go with my finger. I think that's gonna work better. It's just a little bit larger tool, so we'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, I mean, the pigment is much more bright with my finger, but I don't get the accuracy. Careful. I'm just gonna go all out, and I'm gonna put that Psychedelic color shade over the Glitz and just see what happens. Okay, I think I'm gonna try a thing that I hope I don't regret. I might regret this. Let's try. I think that didn't go too badly. I think we're okay. All right, lower lash line. I think for this, I'll go into this. We'll try another shade, this Andy shade. Focus that sort of in the center. And then because I haven't used it yet, I'm just gonna try this Groove color. Just in the very same brush, in the very center. And then take a blending brush and sort of diffuse that a bit. I question whether I have the right eye shape for this, but I'm a firm believer that you can do kind of anything you want and make it work in a certain way. I'm gonna take this same Rephr 3 and go into Groove again and deepen up that inner corner, sort of on the top, blending that into, that might have been the deepest shade actually, because that looks darker. Maybe we'll continue that. Kind of weird, kind of cool. I like it. Gonna just finish that off. I'm gonna put some lashes on and pile mascara on my lower lash line. Get some eyeliner in there and I'll be right back. Oh, and my other eye too. All right, I'm back and I even put lashes on. This is the eye look. And I went ham on the bottom with the mascara. The photos that I had looked at were just clumpy. Even they had drawn on some, which I'm not gonna do that. But I sort of went a little bit, I noticed that on this eye it wasn't, the thing about it is it was usually very round, and I didn't think I went really round enough on this side. So I went a little rounder, not necessarily on purpose, but sort of on purpose. And I thought, well, if it's a little uneven, I can at least show the difference. And I think that the little bit rounder looks a little better. And I think part of it is my eye shape, but part of it is just my skills. Anyways, there's the look. I also thought it would be fun to finish off my makeup. I have very old Diamond and Blush palette, which I think might be on sale at Natasha Denona right now, but today might be the last day. It's a cute set. I like it. I find that I'm not really a liquid blush or a cream blush kind of gal a lot, but I thought since we were doing Natasha Denona, and this isn't a cream, this is actually a powder, maybe a cream to powder. No, it's a powder. And it just looked like the perfect color for this. So I'm gonna just blush up. That's maybe not quite the right color, is it? You know what? I'm gonna go with it. It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine, but I think more of a coral. Actually, I think that works. I think that works. Maybe a little more coral would have been nice, but I think if I use this highlight, which is a little bit, got a little bit of gold in it, that might help. All right, let's get some highlighty gold on my cheeks. Oh, and I thought that I would bronzer my face because, so I'm getting ahead of myself here, but I wanted to show you, so it is the month of my birth, and I decided when I picked this up, I did get the Natasha Denona Retro palette from Sephora, and it shipped very quickly. I ordered it, it was either September 2nd or September 3rd at about midnight, just after midnight when it first released on the app, and then I actually received it on Saturday, September 4th, so it came lightning fast, and I didn't pay for expedited shipping or anything, so that was really cool. But I decided to, while I was in there, because it popped up, get my Sephora birthday thing, and I chose the NARS pack, which was this little lipstick, which I don't think is going to be right for this look today because it's a little bit dark, I think, for what I want. But it looks really cute. But I thought that maybe this bronzer, I think it looks like it's a little on the cool tone side. I thought I would try to do sort of a bronzy contour situation with that because that might be fun. Let's try it. And I am liking that gold highlight over that blush. And then a really light lip color. This is Marc Jacobs Sugar Le Marc Lip Frost. I really like these. They're really comfortable and they don't have a scent at all, which, my favorite. I kind of like this style. It makes my eyes look huge and the colors are very pretty. I'm into the colors. So here are my thoughts on this palette. I think it's a really pretty palette. I like the colors. I wonder if some of these shades are a little bit redundant. I feel like this one and this one sort of looked very similar on the eye. I used both of them for that deep. I like that they're deep. I don't know. They don't look that different to me. Maybe this one's a little bit more warm and that one's got a little bit more purple and that's a little bit more maroon, but I didn't think that they were all that different. Same with these two sparkly shades. I just didn't, the sparkly pink shades, here, I didn't notice very much of a difference with those. And I know we swatched them already, but they just looked a bit similar to me on the eye. I didn't think that they really did that much. I guess the top one, which is that glitz or glitzy, glitz, has more of a base color to it. And the other one, psychedelic, is maybe just more of a topper, but I didn't think it translated that much on the eye. I didn't think they looked that different. I wasn't wowed. I wasn't wowed by the shimmers. I didn't think that the shimmers were particularly exciting. I think that the color story is pretty, and I think that I would get this again. I like it. I really like it. It's interesting because I thought it would lean, I thought it would be a little bit more purple, but also a little bit more warm, and I think it's got a nice balance actually. And oh, I know, I wanted to show you, I was curious because the two pink shades reminded me just a little bit of this shade that I love so much in the Pat McGrath Utopian Dream palette. And it's that pink special shade right here. And I think it's gonna have more gold in it, but I was just curious to compare the formulas because I know they're gonna be very different, but I feel like the idea behind the shade was a bit similar, especially to this psychedelic. They're supposed to be toppers, but that middle one right there. I just look at the sparkle on that top one and it's so, wow, bam, pow, exciting. And I don't know, I just think that, and maybe it's subtler because retro, it's not supposed to be so space age and powerful. But I don't know, I thought it would be an interesting little experiment to compare those. And actually, let's just compare it with this glitz color too, because that one has more of, like I said, a base color to it. Yeah, they're much more subtle shimmer. Glitz is a little bit closer to the color, I guess, with a little bit more gold in it, but I don't know. Just an observation, I think that there's a place for subtle shimmers. I'm not as excited by them. I would have liked the shimmer to be more, wow, I think it would have stood out more in this look. I think it would have amped up this look actually, to have more shimmer. And it wouldn't even have to be that, you know, glittery, but just more. I would have liked it to be bigger, more shimmer. The formula worked great. I didn't have any trouble with blending. I guess my second eye, I had a little bit of trouble with it sort of skipping, but I think that was my eye. I think my eyelid was dry, so I'm not gonna blame the shadow for that because this eye was fine. So I think it's my eye. I'm gonna blame my left eye for that. So yeah, so I think the formulas actually worked pretty well. The mod shade, as you saw in swatching, I really had to build up. And when I used it on my brow bone, I don't know that I noticed it so much, although I'm pretty fair. So to be fair, it's not showing up so well on my pale skin, but maybe it's because it's the same color. And so of course I'm not gonna see the difference, but I wonder if on a medium or a deep skin tone, if it would be pigmented and show up. Overall, I'm glad I got this. I really do like the color story. I really do. Again, not so excited about those particular shimmers. Maybe try another look with the other shimmers and see how those do. I think that there is quite a bit of variety. I didn't even play with any of the sort of brown tones. If I didn't, okay, let me put it this way. If I didn't have the makeup collection that I did, I would want this palette. I would definitely keep this palette, like in one of those, you know, oh, I can only keep, I don't know about 10 palettes, but yeah, this would definitely be a palette that I would want to keep. I like this color story and I think it's flattering and I think that there's a lot that you can do with it. I'm excited to play around with it. The formulas worked well for me so far. I haven't tried every shade, but the ones that I used today worked well. Yeah. And I think a couple of the shades were a little redundant, but overall, this is a win. I'm glad that I picked it up. It's pretty. If you collect Natasha Denona, I would say definitely get this one if you like the color story. If you're new to Natasha Denona, I would also recommend this one. I like it. I think it's very usable and I think it's very pretty. Yeah. It's hard to explain. It's like an 8 out of 10. So I think it's better than average, but I'm not so excited. I'm just getting redundant now. I'm gonna pack this up. Anyways, thank you so much for joining me today. If you did like this video, I'd love it if you'd give it a thumbs up. And to my subscribers, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. I appreciate you so much. I love watching this channel grow and I'm just so excited to be sharing this with people. I love the comments that I'm getting. People have been so sweet and so encouraging and I appreciate you so much and I just want you to know that it really does make a difference. And I love hearing your thoughts. In fact, I have to say in my Natasha Denona ranking video that I did recently, I had a few people, because I had ranked the Trio Chrome palette pretty low, and I had a few people saying, oh my gosh, that's my favorite one, and you know, I can see why you don't like it or whatnot. But hearing everybody else's experience with it, it made me want to take it out and try it again. And it just got me excited about it again. And so I appreciate you. I appreciate that so much. I'm digressing a lot. Please subscribe if you liked this video, and I hope that you're all having a magical day. Please let me know your thoughts about the retro palette if you did pick it up, and I hope to see you in the next one. Bye. I fell in love with the first time I looked